Hey world, this is your girl La Kiki. I'm just coming through real quick, real quick. I ain't about to break down, well, I am kind of about to break down a little bit of episode, but I gotta do it real fast because I ain't supposed to be doing this shit. I gotta go downstairs to process some shit before my boss catch my ass. So, this is Bad Girls Club. This is going to just be episode 5, I think we're on. Don't quote me because I know a bitch be behind. So I think this is episode 5 because I think I did 4 already. But this is seeing red. Like y'all asses been should have saw that shit. But it starts off with it leaves off at the part where I ain't about to backtrack and shit. It leaves off when everybody's mad at Asia and shit. Not everybody, but you know the Fantastic Four ass four fucktards and stuff, and one half of mine. They just kind of piss off at that, and Blue going to defend her boo and all that. So she like, this is not the end. They think this is not. I'm not going down without a fight. That's how it ended off, and I was like, oh yes. Like I thought Blue was about to do something in this joint. That's dead as shit. Like, it was really, like, this whole joint was really stupid as shit and whack as shit. But the only part that was funny was how everybody was seeing Big Red, bubblegum gum and shit, true colors and damn, what the fuck happened to my about to say, what happened to my damn ID? I don't know why I snap my fingers and shit, like give me motivation to find shit. But what happened? Yeah, so for the first part or whatever, basically Slim, aka Alex, or Alex, aka Slim, finds the box outside of her front door. And so she opened it up and she read the letter saying that they was going to, like, Geneva. What the fuck is this? I've been wanting to say this through the episode. We got to lick Geneva! Like, what the fuck was that, Alex? Please sit your ass down. Please to rethink about doing shit before you go into the your little confessionals by yourself. But go on, That's all I gotta say for that. And I'm about to say, is it me, Funky Dineva? But I was gonna say it a different way, cause it just was coming out that way. And ironically, we was on the same page. But why is your lips so damn black? Like, I know mine, I was born purple lips like shit. Like, everybody be like, you smoke, girl? Like, you got a cigarette? I'm like, bitch, why y'all always keep asking me for a cigarette? Do I look the fuck burnt out? No, I don't. Like, my skin is fresh. Like, I don't be having no, this is fresh. It's called water, Justin J. I agree with you on that. This is called water. This is how your skin stay nice, firm, and tight and shit. Like, why my lips gotta be looking black like this? Because I was born like this and shit. Purple as shit, like when I was a baby. But anyway, looking at old pics and shit, off track like shit, like as usual, and like shit, some shit. But Alex, you need to do something with them. You a model, girl. Like, you a spokesperson for your face being, you know, tight and shit. But I mean, your makeup was looking fierce and all that, but you need to do something with them lips. If you're not gonna put no lipstick on or something like that, please make sure your ass put some gloss on. That's all I gotta say. Before you do them, read them. You know we're gonna be focusing on your lips while you reading that shit. What else I wanna say? So they got ready, packed their shit, like, yes, I can't wait to go. Jada, hot ass. I'm gonna be wearing my bikini all day. Nobody wants to see your little ass in a bikini. I mean, Red want to see that ass, but she don't want to see it in a bikini. She want to see that joint raw dog beat like shit. But so they go to the Lake Geneva, whatever. They get in the car and they all like, abort. Let's go to the back. Like, they already splitting up. Like, I don't want to ride with the bitches. And they thinking like, Red's thinking like she running shit. Like, oh, they went in the back, but the only reason why they come in here because we invited them here. You know, I invited them to go, but they lame as shit because we told them they can go. That's the only reason. No, it's the second car. Like, if the producers and all that, they set that shit up, that weak ass trip down the street and shit, If they set that shit up, I'm going to that shit no matter what. It's free and it's another car. Like, who are you to tell me, oh, you invited me? Oh, okay, thank you for your blessing for letting me go on a trip that we all fucking invited to. Bitch, sit your ass in the back, your non-driver's license having ass in the back, and go eat your Twinkie and shit. That's all I would have said. So, she in the car, like, and Blue looking all uncomfortable as shit, fake laughing and shit, at all the jokes that was about Angela, Jada, or whatever, but none about every time her face got straight as shit when they say Asia. Like, glowy eye deer in the fucking headlights look like shit. As soon as they said Asia, like, I don't think this shit funny. I'm not about to. So I just be having one too many fucking interruptions in this joint. I need to get out this wag ass bathroom and stop hiding this shit when I do my reviews, because I'm getting tired of that shit. But I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna digress to what I'm talking about. But for future reference or whatever, yeah, I'm gonna start doing my reviews not at work, because it's hard to get away from these nosy ass people. And it's hard to find some place where I can actually do them besides the van, where more nosy ass people interrupt my fucking video, and I ain't got time for part 1, part 2, part 3 ass videos. So moving on with that. What was I about to say? Where the fuck am I at? That's why I be hating that shit. Yeah, so basically Red's talking trash, or like, they some lames, I don't trust none of them. Asia whack as shit. Basically, like, everybody just making fun and joning and shit. And basically, like, just Kiki and Kaka all, you know, basically riding the bandwagon of Red and whatever her words is and shit. Like, she's some fucking Bible and shit. So they get there. It's a nice little beachside looking town or whatever. To me, it looked kind of like, if y'all ever in my area, like Chesapeake Bay, you know how you go in a little town, it looked like a Jaws community off of Jaws movie. Like, it looked so beachy, and it looked like some shit just about to pop off, because it's just too fucking cute and quiet and beachside community, bayside here. Like, it just looked just like that. So yeah, it was cute. But why the fuck would they have 2 beds? Either Bad Girls Club ratings is going down like shit, and their trips is going down right along with the ratings and shit, or they fucking try to stir some shit up, because they already knew what was coming with 2 beds, and they already fighting over her. Red already fighting over Jada having some company in her own bed, where she got a bed herself. So you know this was about to be a problem. Producers and other show and all that, y'all some shit too. Y'all do that shit to stir that shit up, because these fucking ratings going down off that jumping ass shit they did last season or whatever. But basically they get there and they all complaining about that, and Blue was like, well, you know, since we always be snuggling together and I be sleeping with her, like, yeah, I sleep with old girl over here, Asia, whatever. So weird shit. And Red's like, who the fuck made you the warden of the building? Like, who says I need to go through you to pick where I'm going to sleep and shit? Like, get the fuck out my face. Like, she was all like, I'm taking the covers. I'm whack as shit. I could tell right there Blue wanted to fucking pump her in the back of the fucking head. Like, she was behind her, like, for real. You gonna take the sheets and shit? She looked at the back of her head too long, and I already knew that look. That's that look I be giving people when I just almost was on the verge of just the back of your fucking head. So I understand what that look was. But anyway, Asia's like, man, like, I don't give the fuck. Like, please, like, I just sleep on the fucking couch. Y'all bitches can have that. Like, it's not that fucking serious. We here on vacation. You already arguing over where I'm gonna sleep. Like, your old big ass gonna sleep there. You gonna be up all night in the refrigerator like shit. So it doesn't fucking matter. So they, after all that, they go out to this, I forgot what they called that house, but it was like a vintage 1930s, between 1930s and 50s. Don't fucking quote me, but I forgot the name of the house. I ain't even about to try to get into that. But it was like a little vintage house, and they dressed up in character. They had like mustaches and things like that. I think it was a hat and stuff like that too on. And you know, just playing up and having fun and having dinner and stuff. And throughout the dinner, everybody was cordial at first. Then all of a sudden, Lauren figured it was a good time to mention that her name was actually Angela instead of Jada. Like Angela, Jada, whatever the fuck her last name is, whatever. Or like everybody go, like my name is Lakita, y'all don't need to know the middle name and shit, Epps. You know, slave name Epps. Because that middle name slave like shit. But I love my name because that's my roots. So I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But I still don't want to put all that information about me out there. If you want all that information, pay me, bitch. But yeah, so I go by Kiki all the time. Like, my name is Lakita, but I do not go by that name. Everywhere I go, I always go by Kiki. Everybody know me by Kiki. They do not really associate my government name with me when they see me. Not even my professors in my school. My professors were saying Kiki after class and all that stuff, or during class. Forget I said that, because that shit didn't sound right. You know, these professors wanting after school study. But nah, that shit wasn't happening here. All straight A's on my hard work and shit. But yeah, like what the fuck do it matter? Like Red, you're not Red. Like you came here saying Red. You didn't come here saying your real name, bitch. So get the fuck. Like you trying to make up anything and shit. And for Lauren to call that out, she was just cruddy as shit. She just wanted to be funny and shit because she just was irritated and couldn't stand her. So she didn't want anything to hate anybody over to start some shit. But she was just joking and having fun with it. Red was more on the attacking end of it, but she was still an enabler like shit because she started that shit up. And Red was like, well, I'm going to call you Angela. And the whole time Angela, where she wasn't going to tell y'all bitches, was the name associated with her father, allegedly, because I don't know her, and she ain't say it yet, but I think she was saying some part of a family member abusing her, probably physically, and molestation, something like that going on. So if that name is something that you just disgusted of and you never want to think of again, most people change their name because of situations like that, and some people just go by their middle name, like she went by her middle name and shit. So get the fuck over yourselves over that. But I'm moving on because that shit was getting on my nerves. They go back to the house. I think after that, oh yeah, I think they was going to sleep or some shit like that. And then, yeah, I think they was going to sleep. And then, of course, Reds want to talk all this trash and all that. Because I'm not sure whether they went to the club before they went to sleep that night. Matter of fact, I think they did go to the club after that. After they had dinner, they went to the club. I'm trying to think, did they go to the club? I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But basically, they was going to sleep. And I wanted to say this so bad. What the fuck was you wearing on your lips, Lauren, when you was going to sleep? You really need to sleep in lipstick? I understand when people, like it be in the wee hours in the club night, and you be like, I'm just going to sleep the way. I don't even feel like rubbing that shit off. Like, I'm tired of shit. My pillow gonna be red as shit. Like, whatever my makeup is gonna be looking just like that on my pillow. Because I can't contest to that. I do that, but my makeup always be flawless still when I wake up. I don't know how I do that crap, but it be flawless like shit. But them lips was too extra red. Like, you really had to keep some makeup on so you could still, so you won't look stale as shit like you probably normally do when you wake up. I understand that. But I was laughing like shit with that little towel wrap head shit you had on your head. But Red was just starting shit. Jada called her out on it. She was tired of them talking trash and stuff. Even though I forgot to mention Asia in the first beginning when he first came in, I would have done the same thing and shit. Just like she walked off on y'all asses, she ignored y'all asses. You know, one thing my stepmom always told me, Mama D, she always said, treat these hoes, not that quote, but treat them like a chair. It's on one end, she said, it's okay to be polite and say, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And keep it moving, because you don't have to be friends, but you can still be courteous. But when you have evil people that's not bringing no fucking good to your life, that just always want anything they say they want to get under your skin, that have been getting under your skin before she told me this shit. She said, treat them like a chair. You know how you walk past a chair? And when do a chair talk? Do you hear a chair? No, you don't hear a chair. So when they start talking, just tune them out and treat them like a chair. Don't even acknowledge them. Don't even look at them. You hear nothing. They're chairs. And that's exactly what Asia was doing. So I don't think she should have spoke up for herself, because like that shit, some shit is need to be left not said, you know. And when I'm going to argue back with it, and I was just looking at this shit on Facebook, and it made exact fucking sense for the first fucking time. Can't fucking throw no free throws like shit. Shaquille O'Neal had this quote on Facebook, and I think it said something like, you don't always have to accept an invitation. You don't have to accept every either invitation or invite to a party that you're invited to. You don't have to accept an invitation to a party that you're always invited to. You can always just, you can basically say no. You don't have to accept what's happening. You don't have to accept that they're talking trash to you and okay, now I have to respond back. If they invite you in a conversation, that don't mean you have to join in. Just shut it down from the get-go. So that's the fucking best thing that he ever fucking said, or a career breaker in his whole career. And rebound like shit, because I'm gonna rebound that quote, and I fucked the shit out that, fuck the shit up out of that quote. But yeah, but that was the best quote that I seen. It hit right on the point after I watched that show and looked on Facebook. I was like, hey, that shit works like shit. But yeah, so I understand that she didn't say nothing. But going back on Jada needs to know that same thing. She's more like the opposite of Asia. Go, 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 go. You say something to me, I'm gonna respond back. Yeah, I used to be like that, but now I got a lot better. I've gotten a lot better at that shit. Like, some things you're just gonna have to feel like sucker down to, like punk, whatever. Call me a punk, whatever you want. Just don't touch my ass. And when you touch my ass, I'm gonna show you your ass. So that's all you got. All you got is your own character and your own actions. So if you really are a bad bitch or a great person or whatever, like you say you are, you show that. So I think you do need to work on that with your life coach or whatever. Your anger. You don't always have to solve stuff by just fighting. Like, let's just get this over with, I'm gonna fight you. Because yeah, you fought, but you still didn't work through the issues. You just gonna keep fighting again. And that shit don't work at all. Like a parent that just keep beating the child just to get beaten. They don't tell them why they're getting beat for and work through their issues. They just beat them. They gonna still do the same fucking shit. You just gonna beat them harder and still get the same fucking results, But anyway, And people saying that Jada got her ass whipped. And I say, not really. Not really. I say Jada mushed the shit out. It's like, she got that pillow and blop. Reds in the face real quick before Reds jumped on it. She jumped on that bitch. I'm sorry, my head itching. But she jumped on her little small ass. She like the size of Jada Pinkett and shit. But she the fucking size of a potato head. Them New York rats and shit. Look like cats. Fat house cats. But yeah, she basically just really pulling hair. Like, you're not really doing shit, Reds. I told you, you got those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. Like, you're not really doing nothing. Just like I said in my other video with Nausea. Y'all asses just know how to grab hair, and you tried to reach over her like 2 times while she was still talking over Brittany. Looked like you about to knock Brittany head ass the fuck off or whatever. What you should have knocked her in the head. She need to knock that fucking bun loose or whatever she had in her head. But I ain't want to talk, but I like mine's bushy, so whatever, bitch. But yeah. Knock that fucking I don't know what concealer or whatever that fucking line is between her eyes, like tan. Keep your glasses the fuck off when you land on the beach, Brittany. Tan that shit. That shit looks stupid. But yeah, this fight was whack as shit. That's all I have to say. It's whack as shit. It wasn't really a fight. I hate when girls call something a fight because you got some hair or you got one lick out of it, but like it's nothing. Like, you didn't really do nothing. It's not even long enough to even call a fight. And you look like you came up more out of breath than she was. Reds. And I like how she read your ass at the end. It was funny as shit. And you start going off. You know when you lost a fight, where you fucking going off more than the person that you so-called beat up and intimidated, and you going off, you gotta go and make this whole theatrical show. Get off me, producer. Get off. All that. Your ass lost it, and that's why your friends got turned off. They like, you's a bum bitch. Basically. You's a bum bitch. Take this how it is and move on. Like, so the next day they do this team building thing, and her ass wasn't building shit, but more anger. Everybody enjoyed themselves building trust and stuff far as the activity wise, because we're not going to take that shit with us. We're going to have fun on the activities in the house. Of course, we in close quarters with the same people 24/7 for at least a month or whatever. You're going to get irritated after a while, but I'm not trying to kill you on no daggone activity course. I'm trying to still have fun. No bitch is ever going to block my fun. So I understand where Lauren was coming from on that point. Like, about time you fucking got that lineage, dried ass weave out your face so you can see red for real. You know, seeing red bitches, like, for real. Y'all bitches. Should have said seeing red fucking Lauren and Brittany ass. That's what the whole title should have been and shit. But what I want to say about that. Yeah, I'm gonna skip over that road shit. Like, I don't even know why they asked her ass though to stand on that rope. Just stand on it. You don't have to walk across. Y'all know if she would have put one fucking leg on that joint, y'all would have flung off like a fucking rubber band, penny on a rubber band and shit. But she basically, she got 2 steps off the ground for the ladder crap. And her ass said, I quit, because the ladder moved. Well, if the ladder didn't move, it wouldn't be called a ladder, would it? Like, when you need ladders in order to climb things or do certain, it's a pop and go type of equipment. So why would it just be attached to the log like that, you dumb bitch? But anyway, making any fucking excuse so she won't have to do shit. You know, just want somebody, oh, baby her. Oh, I got fucking family like that. Their ass always got to be babied and shit. And when they feel like they not being babied, then that's when they want to mope and shit. Nobody paid them no mind. Then all of a sudden one say, the family not here. I feel like alone. I'm alone even though people around me, and then I really see how family is and shit. Chair like shit to me. Like, I ignore the shit out of that. If you looking for sympathy from me, I'm not the one, because I really never give a fuck about your feelings like shit. So you better find that family member to do, because I don't care. But Red, nobody was here for her. And Britt did read her. About time you fucking said something right. You said, you always complain about this and this and that. You can't do this. I can't do that because do you see me? I'm big. Put me in a buffet and stuff. You think that shit funny, but it's not. Like other big girls you think that's going to be with you and laughing, kiki and kakai off that comment you made, they probably disgusted. Like you just made us look fucking bad. Like you just gave us 10 steps, Rosa Parks ass in the back of the fucking bus like shit, because that is not cool. Like you made us look extra fat. Extra fat. You know how black people just make you look extra black, extra ignorant, like y'all just took 10 steps back to the back of the bus? That's how I feel. And that's my quote for everything. When I see stuff like that, I be like, oh my God. We took 10 steps back to the back of the bus. And on that, you took big girls 10 steps back to the back of the bus like shit off that. Like they already know they big. I hate when big girls try to go in on themselves first before people go in on them. Because if anything, if you that good, you can joan on anybody in the world. I don't care how fucking pretty you are and everything. You can joan on anybody in the world over anything else besides their actual appearance. You know, and still make them cry, and you be fat as fuck and doing it, or anorexic as shit and doing it. You know, so you can find other ways. You don't have to joan on yourself to be comfortable. You insecure like shit. Deal with it. You know, everybody there dealing with their own shit. This video long as shit. I ain't even gonna do this. I'm sorry, viewers, but I hope you're enjoying it or whatever. But what I really want to talk about. So basically, yeah, she just off that wine and shit. And Jonica peeped that shit out. Like she just see that, look, she just wants somebody to have a reaction. She just wants sympathy. She look at her sitting over there by herself. Like I could tell I was just like her and now, but in high school, growing up in elementary, middle school, high school, college, I just could peep the body language of these bras that just be want extra attention. You could tell by the way they just sitting, moping. You'd be like, hey, what's up? Nothing. Hey, what you about to do? I ain't about to do nothing. Ooh, that food sure look good. When it's in your hand, knowing they want, basically a hint that they want shit. I'm not about to sit there and be like, oh, you want some of my food? Because if your ass don't ask and don't tell me nothing, I'm not about to sit there and fucking baby you and guess what's wrong with your ass or guess what your ass want. Because your ass, I'll walk past your ass, eat that food. Oh, yeah, this food is good. Off of shit. Like, no, I hate that manipulating ass shit that people do. So yeah, I understand where Jonica was coming from off that. And in this case, Brittany and Lauren really proved themselves. Lying like shit. I still don't like you, Britt. And Lauren, you still be irritating me. But on this episode, at least y'all cleaned a little bit of y'all ratchet ass attitudes up. But you still a bottom bitch, Britt. And your weave still dry like shit, Lauren. And yeah, so they go to the club or whatever, male strip club, moping like shit out the back line. I would have threw my fucking drink up there. Pop bottles, bitch. Like, nah, but yeah, I don't even know why the fuck I mentioned that shit. That shit was whack. You see my eyes? But So they go back home. They get ready to go back home, whatever. And she all, what's her name? All talking, Red, all talking on the phone with her friend or whatever from back home, and she lying on the floor. So obviously nobody can't see your ass. That's fucking like, wow, awesome that nobody could see your ass. That was fantabulous. Like, what the fuck am I saying? That was fucking shocking right there. Like, you tripping off the telephone of somebody saying, I think somebody's in there. I ain't fucking shocked that they didn't see your big bloated ass lying on the floor. You could see that fucking well any mile away, you know. So I'm fucking shocked that they didn't see your big bloated ass on the floor, looking like Mr. Kool-Aid. But anyway, not the fucking phone. Just the fact that they leaned over there like, there's somebody. But I think that was not. I think when Jada said, I think somebody's in there, that's when Asia face ass, she leaned over there and made sure and looked to see whether she can see anybody in there or not. She was just coming to make sure of what Jada was actually confirming. I mean, to confirm it and shit. So for her to go on Asia, she just went on her because she just was the one that leaned over there and thought that, see how shit gets started? When you don't ask questions or you just jump to conclusions when your ass didn't really hear from the person that you thought you was hearing from, you jump on another, you just look the fucking asshole. You look like an ass on the floor, and you look like an asshole in general, and you are an asshole in general. Fucking desperate, depressed ass, suck the life out of every fucking body ass asshole. So yeah, Asia was like, after that talk she had with Britt, which I don't really want to discuss because Britt faked like shit. Like you was gonna not talk to her at first because you was on the red train, but now that Jonica and Lauren and you had that fucking talk about, ooh, we see this, she's manipulating this and this and that now all of a sudden you want to have your own opinion of what I want to do now, because Jonica took that first step out of Fab 4 and shit. Now you want to do that same thing by having to talk with her. That was fake as shit to me. Everybody like, oh, she finally opened her eyes. That was fake like shit, and I still say you're fake as shit off that. That was my whole read of that. And so she basically, Asia was like, I'm not taking that shit no more. So, you know, apologizing for not speaking up. I'm like, why the fuck are you apologizing to this rat face hoe? I'm just sorry. I'm just sick of her. Like, why the fuck are you apologizing for something that you know this is what you do? I just don't want to talk about it. I'm mad as shit about that part. I just really want to, you know how Rachel Ray said, I wish they had smell-o-vision. I wish they had talk-o-vision like shit. Like, all of them could hear exactly what the fuck you said. But then it would be a noisy-ass channel because all the shit people saying on YouTube to them, it'll be a noisy-ass